Welcome to a Merciless Gaming Media Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today, we are playing the Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign. Playing the role of our battle-raging dwarf, Draknar Ironfist, is Jerome. Varian, the Elven Blade Singer, is being played by Hegan. Hildengur Hrothgar, also known as Hilder, the human Hexblade fighter, is played by myself, Patrick. And our illustrious DM is Nick.
So on last time of Rime of the Frost Maiden, our Thanes of Coven's Cairn, along with a half-orc, stormed Grimskall Castle in the hopes of facing and beating Auril, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Oh, fuck. Upon going through the castle, they actually did not... What's the word I'm looking for?
Run into very much of a force. Surprisingly. The one thing that they did run into was, of course, Auril's rock. Which was helping her to, of course, fly around and help her spread her rhyme across Icewind Dale. And to keep it in an eternal winter. But our Thanes completely obliterated it. Oh yeah, don't give me that face. You totally destroyed it. Upon destroying it, Auril herself appeared in front of our adventurers. And a battle ensued. Our adventurers defeating all three of Auril's forms. And finally ending her rhyme over Icewind Dale. The adventurers, still on top of Grimskall, are enjoying a nice sunrise, which the sun has not been seen in a long time. We now find our adventurers deciding on what they want to do while still atop Grimskall.
My fellow Thanes, this has been a great victory for us, though I must admit that my heart still weighs heavy. My father wasn't here.
That you know of?
That I know of, yes.
Well, have we searched everywhere?
No, we haven't. But I thought we would have found my brother by her side. Or my father. Jeez. Found my father by her side. I guess we can count ourselves fortunate that we didn't have to fight both of them at the same time. That was a hard-fought battle.
Aye, for her. I just showed up to look pretty.
Without a smoke jacket.
Oh, go.
I do suppose that we could try to search the rest of this place. This Grimskall.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to search up here? Do you want to go down? You want to search up here?
Yeah, we'll start up here.
What you do see is a gigantic nest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you guys don't need a perception check for this one, but you do see a gigantic silver egg.
When you say gigantic, could you be not to sound,
Dickish.
difficult? Could you describe what gigantic silver egg? I know what a silver egg is, but what does gigantic mean in this circumstance?
Well, it's going to be bigger than your normal egg.
Yes, of course.
A whole lot bigger than your normal egg.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Unless you've seen any other abnormally sized eggs, but this one is substantially quite large.
Is it like the size of a wagon wheel?
It could be. Have you seen a wagon wheel?
Has my character ever seen a wagon wheel?
Yeah.
Yes, my character has seen a wagon wheel.
Sure?
Yes.
Positive.
Positive.
Okay, so you got your wagon wheel. I mean, they all come in various sizes.
Oh, jeez.
So which one are we talking here?
The type you would use for, I don't know, a farming wagon.
Not the off-roading kind.
Right. Not an off-road or lifted wagon.
But you can still be a little bit different on that because sometimes those are small and sometimes those are big too. So this would come up to the belly on the dwarf.
Okay.
Get in my belly.
How tall is your dwarf?
He's 5 foot, even.
All right, so we're talking about 2.5 feet tall egg.
Yep.
Okay.
It's silver. And you guys notice it because it is glistening off the sunlight. But would you like to know more?
Yes, as much information as you can give us would be
Well,
great.
do you search?
Yes.
Start digging around in the nest?
Yes, we'll dig around in the nest, but I also kind of want to get an idea. Is this egg...
Actually, never mind. It's actually as tall as the fucking dwarf.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's great.
It's a 5 foot tall egg.
Yeah.
Is it a dragon egg or a rock egg?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me.
I'm guessing it's a rock egg, because it's in the rock's nest.
Yeah, but it's silver.
Have you ever seen a rock egg before? I haven't.
Have you ever seen an abomination made out of a baby dragon?
No.
Sure you did.
Did
Who
I?
fought it?
An abomination made out of a baby dragon.
I think they're called Chardillian dragons. I believe you take the heart from a dragon to create it.
Yeah, but not the egg.
Well, what's inside the egg?
Good
All
question.
I'm saying is it could be either or. That's why I was trying
Yeah, no,
to... I mean, is a rock egg silver? When I think of a silver egg, I think of a metallic dragon egg.
yeah, no, I hear you. Can we roll nature?
You can.
Not here. Nacho Libre.
I got a 6.
Too
This
bad.
thing looks like a fucking shiny egg.
It's a shiny egg, man.
That's what you get for letting that orc leave before he did his roll. He was a ranger, right?
He was.
Huh? I got an 18.
No, you got an 18.
21 for me.
No, both of you, more than enough. You both know this to be, yes, it is a silver dragon's egg.
This is a silver dragon egg?
It is a silver dragon's egg.
I say we pull a Game of Thrones and keep it.
You can't keep it if the dragons find out we got an egg, they're gonna
Well,
come after us.
Hold that thought for a second, though. Somebody probably took this egg.
Mhm.
I doubt a silver dragon laid it here.
Mhm.
And then they were using the rock
To incubate it.
to incubate it. That's a guess.
Mhm.
Because why else would it be in the rock's nest? Now, why you would do that, that's beyond my comprehension at the moment.
Because then when it hatches, you can cut its heart out and make a Chardillian dragon out of it. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's...
I mean, it's possible. Though I don't know if...
Well, weren't the Duergar working with the Frost Maiden?
I don't think so. No.
Were they independent?
That was an independent issue, yes.
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of speculation we can think of. You know? A goddess who wants a dragon to ride.
Instead of a rock.
And I think instead of flying the rock today, we're going to take the silver dragon out for a spin.
Here's the problem as I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand all the speculation, I do. Having a baby silver dragon kicks ass.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no means of moving around a 5 foot tall silvered egg.
We have the house we put in there.
You are a goddamn genius. This kid is a genius. I'm sorry. I shouldn't refer to you as kid. I should be referring to you as your character's name.
Baron.
Baron, that is a genius idea. All we would have to do is pop the house right next to the nest and roll the egg through the front door and move it over next to the
Your
fireplace.
strength is, of course, above a 20.
Well, it is 20.
It is 20?
18.
18. Yeah. You guys are more than capable of actually lifting this thing up
and just carrying it. You no need to roll.
How big is the nest?
The nest is gigantic.
He wasn't here for the battle with the rock.
So,
I mean, he was here, but he wasn't.
His character was, but Hegan was not.
I don't know if I have a picture on hand.
Of a rock?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Godzilla? You ever see Rodan?
Yeah.
Not that big, but that's pretty goddamn big.
So I think a regular rock falls under... It's either medium or large.
It falls under gargantuan. Yeah, it is a gargantuan creature.
The old school players or monster manuals used to have pictures of rocks carrying full-grown elephants in one claw.
Yeah, there we go.
So imagine something that could fit a full-grown elephant in a claw.
That would be an elephant right there in size.
And the Frost Maiden would often ride this around during the nights.
So this egg is like 1/4 the size of an elephant, give or take. 1/6 of the size of an elephant, give or take.
So they just like scoop it up with its pinky.
We will continue to search the rest of the nest.
Okay.
But before we leave, I will call upon the house, our portable tavern.
Okay.
And we will either carry or roll that egg into the tavern and put it near a fireplace.
Okay. So yeah, you have more than enough space up top here to actually summon it.
Awesome.
So when you guys do accomplish that, of course, you'll have an explaining to do with Spooky.
It'll all be copacetic, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Give me the magic words.
I will search the nest first.
Oh, you fish posh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You find a... You ready?
Not yet. Hold on.
Ready?
I'm going to be ready here in just...
I'm ready now.
Somebody needs to put that DM into check. It's out of control.
Well, if somebody gave me meat, I'd slow down.
Whoa! Homebrew?
Oh.
He's talking homebrew stuff, son. With juniper berries.
You want some of that meat? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit. You ready?
Did you bring your...
I believe
right here.
Oh, there you go. Coolio.
Hegan even brought his.
I saw that.
Nice. I was thinking about bringing the DOS horn, but I mean, kind of have it like dangle around my neck. But anyways, you have a carved harp of exotic wood with ivory inlay, which is also like has gemstones kind of encaved into it.
Okay.
You find a electrum chain with a bloodstone pendant.
Okay.
You find a wooden sea chest covered with bird droppings and sealed with a heavy padlock.
Is anybody here got some? We know nobody here has the pickpocket or not.
Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools and lockpicking skill. Okay.
If somebody would like to roll,
He has a knock spell.
Yeah, I have that.
Perfect. Holy crap! Barian is just knocking it out of the park today.
He is. See what happens when you show up?
Ah. The spotlight.
Is that what you do? You use the knock spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. So the padlock opens. Do you open the chest?
Yes, we do.
As you grab a big pile of bird droppings to open the chest,
Delicious.
Ugh.
you find inside is 320 gold pieces, a gold ring with a black pearl set into the fixture shaped like a whirlpool,
Okay.
and then a spell of mass cure wounds, or scroll of mass cure wounds.
Okay.
And that is all you find.
Okay. Anything else in the nest? Nope.
Nothing else on the list. You're looking for the magic words?
I am.
Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Put next day. Take a poop.
Whoa.
Grow, grow, my great home.
And place it out. It grows. Amazingly, enough room to actually put a tavern on top of Grimskall.
Nice.
So who's going to carry the egg in?
I think we can work together.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys estimate it to be about 150 pounds. Should be pretty easy.
All right. You take the front. I'll take the back. You pull, I push.
I'll take my gauntlets off so I don't risk puncturing it with spikes.
All right. Be
Pretty
careful
sure
now.
It'd actually be pretty hard with the dragon's eggs to actually be able to puncture it.
I don't want to take any chances.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys get it in, put it near the fireplace.
There you go.
Is that breakfast?
No.
Is Spooky asking that?
Joking.
Ah.
Where did you find this?
Just outside.
Where are we?
We're on top of Grimskall.
Eyes whoop, pop wide open. Immediately, she goes to the front door, looks around. Where's she?
Auril? It pains me so much to tell you this. She's been defeated.
Ah. And she had that.
Yeah, it was just something laying around. We figured we couldn't just leave it. Obviously, it's been abandoned or stolen.
Stolen, more likely.
More likely. We just couldn't just leave it behind. It's just an innocent. We felt like we needed to take it in. We're not really sure what the best choice of options are, but leaving it just sitting on top of Grimskall didn't make a lot of sense. And obviously, based off of its size, it's just not something you can carry around.
As big as you.
It's a freaking huge egg.
Mm-hmm.
So it's staying in here.
Unless you got a better idea.
Oh, put blankets around it and try and keep it nice and steady.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Keep it by the fire. I assume it needs to be incubated, but that's a big guess on my part.
From my knowledge of dragons, I guess depending on if it's in a warm environment or if it's near its mother, is the only time it will hatch. Otherwise, I don't believe a dragon egg will hatch without either of those two things.
Makes sense.
Right then. You hungry?
Director's like, now that we're in here, and he sits down on the chair. One cocoa, please.
Get a round of drinks in. Is that what everybody wants? Yep. All right, well, you see the dwarf already sitting in his chair. And flying on a platter over to you. It's a nice steaming cup of hot cocoa mixed with your favorite gut squisher.
Mm-hmm.
Marshmallows.
Yeah. All in a hard day's work.
Maybe we should open a window.
No, it's fine.
It's stinky.
Oh, trust me, I'm fully aware that the gut squisher is horrendously stinky.
Just think of it like smelling salts. It'll keep you awake.
Oh, boy.
Well then, I mean, they're drinks among friends.
You gonna help him find his dad?
Well,
Is that what you want? You want me to help you find your papa? He
Father!
probably went out for, to look for some goat's milk or tobacco weed.
He went to go get a pack of cigarettes and he never came home.
He got it.
Does anybody here speak Draconic?
No, I do not speak Draconic.
Barry ends up on the egg. He's like,
Do you put your ear up to it?
Sure, why not?
You can definitely hear its heartbeat.
The only reason why is because I think someone should learn it, because if we actually end up keeping this, just because we might need someone who speaks the language.
Oh, I thought you spoke Draconic.
I think I do, actually. Let me see.
There are 2 people in here that probably do.
I speak Draconic.
Well, there you go.
You got 3 now. But yeah, you definitely hear heartbeat, and you hear something swishing around.
2 people?
I also got
So here's how I see it. And, The decision is not mine. It's all of ours.
Group effort.
What we've accomplished today is pretty substantial. However, a couple of things. One, I'm still no closer to getting a conclusion to my father. My issue aside, there are still other issues that are plaguing Icewind Dale as I see it. The top of that list is going to be the Zents, the corruption, and equally the loss of the cauldron.
Here we go.
I would love to hear the rest of your thoughts and input on these 4 topics as to what is our best course of action.
There might be more.
More courses of action? It's probable.
Well, I mean, you put Zents on the top of your daddy there?
I put them all on an even line, so not to put my issue above anybody else's.
Allow me to go back here. Flipping through the pages. Oh, Daddy's number 1. You can't put him on that playing field.
I don't understand half of the words that he just said.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure his whole rant was, I'm only doing this for my daddy.
Anybody else want to interpret what the old man was trying to
I
say?
don't know what the Frostmane's doing. I just want my daddy. It may have been worded differently, but that's how I put it in there.
It's like words are coming out of his mouth.
What about Roland? I know.
But I don't understand any of it.
Alright, seems like somebody's needs some summer schooling since the sun is back. Would you like me to teach you, boy?
What I'd like to hear is from Barry and Roland and Draknar and their thoughts on the situation.
Well, other than finding your father, pretty much accomplished everything else we set out to do. The Zents, I don't really know if that's
a thing.
Yes,
an actual issue.
I mean, what can we do?
I'm not even really sure what the Zents are trying to do or what they're up to doing.
Why don't you just ask him?
Well, I'm thinking there's a possibility for some investigation there, at the very least.
Let's be sneaky. No go asking questions.
We might be a go asking question type of group, but sneaky's not in our forte.
It's true.
Any forgetting what the orb asked you to do?
I guess so. I'm sorry, is this the old man talking? I can't. What is he saying? I can't understand what he's saying.
I don't even know this orb. What orb?
Yeah, what orb is he talking about?
Really, you don't remember the orb? You have an orb that speaks to you. He does.
How long ago was
it
that?
has spoken. It was the session where your buddy was here playing a half orc. You guys ran into I want to say it's a ferret, but a white weasel
on the way to Grimskall,
which also
did we
had
keep
a dead
the orb?
Corpse. You did keep the orb, and it asked you to find a certain book. I believe this book was called The Cardinal of White.
Yes. Now it's
and also the ghost asked you to kill a certain harple.
I don't know if we agreed to that though.
You didn't say anything about it.
Give me a second here to go back through my notes. Gotta cut me some slack. It's been, 3 weeks or something?
Nick, can I do a nature roll to see maybe how long the egg's been, an egg? Like, when it could hatch?
You can definitely do that.
Because I don't want to...
Make sure that you roll high. And mind you, I can only give you a certain estimate. I can't give you a certain amount of days.
20.
20? It's good enough. So you estimate that this thing could possibly hatch with the amount of movement and the heartbeat that you can hear within it. It could take in this time it would be maybe 10 days.
Holy crap snacks.
Mm-hmm. Tell the group that. Just giving you guys a heads up. In 10 days, we might have to take a look at that, because that might hatch, and I don't want us to be gone.
That was a lot sooner than I thought.
I wouldn't have the tavern in your pocket when it does.
Oh, dang.
Well, so so you're adding so many difficulties here. Wouldn't anything in the tavern, just like everything else in the tavern, the tables, the chairs...
The whole tavern does shrink.
Right. That would include the egg.
The egg does shrink with it.
Right.
But if you have that egg hatching,
Yes.
it's not going to be... I mean, you're dealing with a silver dragon.
Right. Shrunk.
It's not going to be like... Well, it's not going to be a full-grown dragon, but I mean, yeah, you'll
It's not going to be...
have a little wormling.
Yeah, it's not going to be any bigger than the egg that it is in.
Maybe.
Unless the egg itself is like some kind of dimensional space.
No.
Well, then I wouldn't want to leave it in there.
No, you wouldn't.
But during the hatching process, it's not going to...
Basically means don't have it... Don't let it eat me.
Well, can I also roll nature on my knowledge of silver dragons?
Sure. It's going to be a pretty high roll there, Mr. I stay up in Icewind Dale.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'll do a roll.
I got an 8.
Okay.
15.
No.
What about the wizard? He's...
He starts going through his robe to find a sheet.
Oh, you asking me a question?
Huh?
What was it?
I always ask you stuff if we don't know.
Well, what do you want to ask?
What do we do with the dragon once it's hatched? Obviously, it's going to need food.
Well, of course. But my advice to you is possibly returning it.
To its mother, father.
And don't let anybody know that you have it. Could you imagine what would happen if this thing came out?
That we had a silver dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeds would come after you. Harples would come after you.
They can't get to it.
Red wizards would come after you.
We'll kill them all.
Well, how are we supposed to find its parents if it was, stolen?
You don't have to find its parents, you just have to find a dragon.
So I'm looking at my notes. Help me just make sure I got some good notes here.
Okay.
Harple, Velen,
Harple.
Harple, Arcane Brotherhood.
Yes.
We have the Professor's Orb.
Yes.
We need the book and the orb, and I believe the book is called the Codice of White, to find a necropolis. That's what I have.
So it would have... the orb told you it would have information on where it could be.
The orb had information as to where the book could be.
Well, she told you that it was in Grimskall.
Oh.
But within the book will lie pages on of information of where the necropolis could be. Would you like to talk to the orb for more information?
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more?
Nick's going to create a Starship Troopers role-playing game.
Oh, man, that'd be fantastic.
Or a video game.
That would be kind of fun. Though killing the sons of bitches is pretty hard.
No, at this point in time, I don't have any questions for the orb.
Hmm?
We were planning on going through Grimskall anyway. To finishing this, that was the plan, right? After we left here, we were going to finish searching Grimskall, which will give us an opportunity to find the book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once we have the book and the orb, then we'll figure out next steps. Does that sound fair? It's the easy choice at this point, because everything else is further away.
And your father might still be here.
He could be. The thought had crossed my mind. It is a distinct possibility, yes.
Makes me wonder if this place has a dungeon or a prison.
Maybe.
Well, most castles do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. This is probably only the second fort or castle I've ever been in.
Oh, that's right, you are. You're a heathen. You wouldn't know the pleasures of a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awful. I guess we will, at the very least, let Draknar finish his cocoa before we go anywhere.
Quite delicious.
Thank you. So after some time goes by, conversation, some back and forth between Hilder and Windstrom.
Windstrom likes you.
If the feeling was only mutual.
Like I said, back and forth.
It would be difficult for a back and forth conversation with Windstrom. I can't understand half of the words that he says, but all right.
Oh, he can't hear me.
I can hear him.
Mm-hmm. Am I not speaking common? Am I speaking dwarf? How about you, elf? Am I speaking elvish?
What did
Maybe.
What did he say?
And then you wonder why the old man messes with you.
So you
I
mean
do not
could-
wonder that question.
I could talk so much crap, and he wouldn't understand me. Oh, poor daddy's boy. Well then, are you finished, sir? You got some here.
It's fine. Saving that for later.
Very well. So shall we get this search commenced?
Yes.
Oh, you understood me.
Actually, didn't we give the professor's orb to Barian?
Well, he wasn't here for that session, so I thought that you might have taken it.
Well, if
It
I
was
remember
talking directly to you. Well, it was talking to you, and the group could hear it, but it was.
I believe the professor's orb allows you to store 5 total spell levels.
Yes.
For his sake, being a Gish, it would probably make more sense for him to have it.
Okay. Well, they have given this orb that literally talks to you telepathically. It has a variety of knowledge and everything like that, and it craves knowledge. And on top of that, you can store up to 5 levels of spells into it.
So that'd be either like 5 first level spells or 1 fifth level spell or some combination thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it also give you like a 1d4 on your attack rolls and saves? Or did I just write that down erroneously?
I think you wrote that down erroneously.
Got it.
Just don't try to tell me that you hear something speaking to you in your head, because I'll disagree with you.
Right, oh my god.
Do you hear me speaking into your head?
Oh my goodness.
I only hear with me ears, lad.
So was it a voice inside your head?
No,
What was it again?
it's not voices.
Sounds?
Thoughts.
Thoughts. You hear a thought in your head.
If you communicate with your brain, you're thinking thoughts. You're not hearing anything. It's virtually impossible to hear inside your noggin. Because you don't have ears inside your bloody head. It's quite simple, really. I don't understand why a battle rager has to school you people on these matters.
No, it's just funny hearing it. All right then.
Once the dwarf finishes his cocoa,
I'm done.
we'll head out.
It's been a few.
I've already had 3 cups.
And once we step out, I'll shrink the tavern down.
Alrighty.
Yes, you just hear.
So you know you guys have stairs going down, which leads you down to the palace level. Of course, you guys have checked the palace level once before. You see a throne, what have you, and then you see a couple empty rooms, and of course another set of stairs going down, which will take you down to the entry level. And in that entry level, which I'm pretty sure you guys remember, there were about 5 rooms. One of these rooms had what seemed to be blind, deaf frost giant. You saw this kind of like this room that was more oval shaped, and it also had a staircase going down, which you guys did not investigate.
Well, I think we're going to investigate that staircase going down now.
Okay. Yeah, this staircase going down, it has like this, and it spirals down. And it seems to go down quite a ways. But it has, the steps, of course, are made of ice. It has this ice railing going all the way down. As you start making your way down the stairs, you finally reach the bottom. And at the bottom, you see this gigantic walrus.
He's been using that word gigantic a lot.
Gigantic.
It's a freaking huge walrus.
It's a huge walrus. This thing's probably the size of a flippin' elephant.
Wow. That's a big walrus.
And what he's doing is he's actually sliding across the ice to one point to the other.
He's sliding back and forth. Does he turn around when he slides in a direction, or is he always facing the same direction?
No, he'll turn around and then turn around.
So this sliding around is intentional on his part.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Although he does not seem to be paying you any heed. What would you like to do?
So I'm assuming these are hallways with doors on them?
Yes. Technically there are supposed to be 5 doors, but drawing sucks.
Drawing sucks. In attempt to see if I can gain the walrus's attention,
okay,
I'll let out a kind of sound.
Oh. And it stops him right in his face. He turns to you. Ah, visitors.
Holy crap, that walrus is talking to us.
The thing that always throws me off about stuff like this is we're playing in a fantasy world, but yet we're surprised when an animal can speak.
How often does your character run into a talking walrus, though?
It's not that, though. It's just, it's funny, the disbelief that we have is like, you got fucking magic, gods, fucking invisible shit, all kinds of crazy shit goes on, but the simplest thing, like an animal talking, every time we run into it with a player character, our characters are always like, a fucking talking animal? Are you insane?
It's madness, I tell you.
What kind of world do we live in where animals can talk?
It's like, yeah, they've... Time can be
I
frozen.
assume that our characters living in Icewind Dale have run into walruses. And I also have to assume this is the first time we've seen a walrus talk.
And from your people's perspective, you know them to be actually quite dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Walruses, yes.
Walruses. They are quite dangerous. Mm-hmm. But this one is talking to you.
Good day and well met.
Good day and well met to you.
My friends and I are just having a look around to see if... Well, we're looking for two things. A book and my father. Would it be any imposition upon you if we were to pass by? Is this your room, your lair, your area, your fun room?
Well, it is the room I'm supposed to be guarding.
Oh, what are you guarding?
This room.
Oh.
And its doors. And the contents of thereof. You wouldn't happen to have any food by any chance, would you? I've been down here quite a while, and none of the druids have come down to feed me.
Well, absolutely. We'd be more than happy to provide you some food.
Excellent.
If you're okay with us investigating some of these doors.
Well, you don't have to investigate at all. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, well, I will dig through my pack. I will pull out some provisions.
Okay.
I assume a day's worth would give him a snack?
Sure. However much you need to give him is fine by me.
Okay. I'll start with a day's worth and we'll work that through that, depending, because I know he's a freaking huge walrus.
He's the size of a freaking house.
A freaking house.
I put the walrus steak back in my pack. Probably doesn't want to eat that. Just kidding.
Oh.
I said just kidding. When did I kill a walrus?
My memory.
What shall we call you?
Cuckoo Choo.
Gucci, I'm a fucking walrus.
That wasn't very nice. I do have a name. It is Yakuma.
Yukuma.
Yakuma.
Yakuma. The druids gave me that name. They are the followers of Auril.
Druids who are followers of Auril.
Yes. Most people your people would call them frost druids. I do imagine you are ragged men.
You gather correctly.
A dwarf and then an elf. And then two humans. Oh, one's very old.
Well, Yukuma, and I have provided the provisions to him.
Oh, of course, and he's already gobbled them up.
Would you mind telling us what's behind these doors?
Oh, of course. The door straight... That one. That is going to be the tomb of Vasa Vecken.
Vasa Decim?
Vecken.
Vecken.
Vassavicken. Vasa Vecken.
Vasa Vecken.
She was the queen of this castle. She, of course, was a frost giant. She died many years ago. Before Auril took Grimskall for herself and the island.
These frost druids that you were talking about, were they frost giants as well?
No.
What about the door to almost directly across from where we're standing now?
That leads to one of the rooms of the Frost Maiden's Tess. I shall explain. Indeed, the Frost Maiden has a treasure room. To enter this treasure room, you must go through her Tess. Would you like to know the names?
Yes, please.
One of them is the test of cruelty. One of them, the test of endurance. One of them, the test of isolation. The last one is a test of perseveration.
Perseveration?
Perseveration.
And so if you go through these 4 tests, on the other side there's a...
You will be able to open the door, which is directly this way, which will lead you to the treasure room, in which Auril and the Frost Druids keep their treasure.
There wouldn't happen to be a book in that treasure room, would there?
Which book?
It is called the Book of... The Codex of White.
Is that the name?
Codice of White?
Yes.
That's in that treasure room?
It is. And it is also one of the Frost Druids' sacred books. Anything else you would like to know?
What's behind this door? To our very right.
That is also one of the rooms of the test.
The same 4 or another 4?
There are 4.
There's just 4 tests?
Like I said, I missed the door.
Oh, okay. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that 5th door is where the treasure room is. Got it.
Man, we'll do this just for shits and giggles to help you out. We'll put a door over there.
Okay.
So that door leads to a tomb of the Queen Frost Giant. The other doors that you see will lead you to the tests in which I have provided. If you look closely, you will see. And it actually has the names of the tests written in Dwarvish above each door.
That's some crude Dwarvish carving up there.
I was going to say, I don't know Dwarvish. Can't read or write it.
This one says, go fuck yourself.
That sounds awful.
Oh, sorry. I was joking. I tend to do that off and on. Next time somebody tells you to do something, tell them to go fuck themselves. Be a man.
Well, fellow Thangs and old man, do you think we're up to the tests? Think it's worth it to get this treasure?
Well, if you need to get that book.
Need is an awfully strong word.
For the orb thing?
Well, we have the orb to be able to find this necropolis.
Oh, that's right.
We need both. Well, the orb leads us to the book leads us to the necropolis, or something like that.
I was wondering if you'd be able to tell me, did you see any of the druids?
Could you describe one of them?
Kind of like you.
The answer, unfortunately, is no.
Truly. Wonder where they could have gone.
Well, Auril is no longer, so who knows?
What?
She has,
She's recuperating in another place these days.
Probably another plane.
I do not understand.
She's vamoosed from this plane.
Gone.
I still do not understand.
She's gone.
She's
Gone?
She left, packed up, headed out.
Leaving me here by myself.
That is unfortunately true.
I would say you're pretty much free to go. You don't need to stay here and guard anymore.
Yeah, is there something that you really wanted to do that you felt like you wanted to do while you were stuck here?
I was born and raised here.
Inside this room?
Inside this castle.
This is an opportunity for you to go explore a much bigger world, my friend. As a matter of fact, you're more than welcome to accompany us. You wouldn't have to do this alone, but it will have to wait at least as long as until we figure this test thing out.
Well then, which is it? Do you wish to visit the tomb, or do you wish to take on the challenges?
We would like to do both. We just have to determine in which order.
I think while you are all doing that, I will stay here and talk with our friend.
By all means.
I will tell him all about your story.
What if Hilder has a question while we're in there? Who's he supposed to ask if you don't go with us?
He can use his imagination, or he could try to talk to his daddy.
I'm sorry, what did he just say?
He said, dwarf, quit stirring the pot.
Marianne, what do you think we should do first?
I think we should visit the tomb first.
Oh.
6 doors now?
What's that door?
Would you like to know?
Yes, please.
That is where
Keeps adding doors.
Sorry, I forgot about that one. I meant to put it in there before.
That is where we hold prisoners.
Oh.
That's what your dad is.
Yeah, just that conclusion just jumped to my brain as well.
Maybe.
Though there was only one attending there right now.
Let's go visit the prison.
Is he a right headman?
He was a brute of a man, yes?
A brute of a man.
I believe that the other ones that we have in there are quite dead. I believe it was all due to the neglect of the frost druids.
Because they haven't been here for quite some time.
They haven't been here for quite some time.
If they haven't been here my logic just dictates that I ask this question. If they haven't been here for quite some time, who brought this last gentleman down and put him in the prison?
Well, it was a frost giant.
Ah, okay. Well, shit. I mean, on one hand, it's probably my dad. And it's inevitable.
You have a dad?
I do. Well, yes.
I never knew my father.
That's unfortunate. However, there's a good chance that if I free my father from this prison, that he may come out swinging.
So don't let him out.
I can't
He
leave
is
him.
behind bars.
I can't leave him here to die.
I would let you go in, but unfortunately it is not within my power to do so.
Because you don't have the key.
It's not so much of a key that you need.
What is it that I need?
It's more of a saying.
Ah.
I believe it's a giant.
Giant?
Wouldn't that be funny if giants all spoke like with a French accent?
I would stop playing.
What?
Can you imagine if he did that in that freaking his giant campaign?
You broke Egan. Very well. Jean Blablo.
I summon the...
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a Frenchman. Wee wee.
When she summoned the Kraken, she'd be like, oh.
Oh, a craquillon. Jean Blablo.
Better write a timestamp on that one.
Yeah, it's only the French.
Like I insulted the French with my horrible French accent. Well, crap. There's another way to open that door, but that would require another knock spell.
I can do it.
What's the level of a knock spell? First level, so you'd burn a first level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
I leave that up to you whether you want to do that or not.
Prepare your weapons just in case this goes bad.
Fair enough.
I walk up to it.
I guess we'll all move over there.
Hello, anybody home?
As you do such, it starts to open, and of course all these ice crystals and everything like that start to pop out, and little dust here, dust there. The door slowly creaks open, and inside you see this kind of like floating mist on the ground. It is very cool in here, and of course you see a bunch of, and this goes on for about a good like 50 feet down. But you start as you can, from where you can see these cages, and they're all this like kind of like dark ice and what have you. Do you venture down?
We do. Weapons drawn.
So you come down to the first set of cages on both your left and right. Your second cages seem to have a couple corpses in them, and one, their skeletons still wearing clothes, and another seems like they're blue skinned, but surely they're dead. Go on to the third set, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and so on and so forth. Finally, after seeing all these corpses and bones, you come to the cage at the end of the hall. And it is a gigantic cage. Within it, encased in ice, is a figure that you recognize.
Is it my papa?
It is your papa.
Father! So he's encased in ice?
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
And actually you won't need to make a perception. But on either side, in the corner of this cage, is figures that you've seen before and have fought before.
Frost giant skeletons? You want to use this?
Sure, why not?
Are they too encased in...
They're not. They seem to be kind of like... They're standing there with like their heads kind of like this.
Standing guard.
And it's obvious your father isn't moving.
Is there anything in the room, a sigil, a button, a lever, a trigger, that can be used to thaw the ice?
Do you wish to roll perception?
I do. 11.
You see nothing. And a lot of this like mist and everything like that, it seems to be pouring out from like the bottom, like where your father's feet are.
Yeah.
And then just gliding across the room, only adding to more of the floor mist.
Is there like a vent or something under him?
There is no vent.
Is there a way to move him?
You would have to get in there and look.
I do.
You got a key?
To get into the... So we're standing outside the cell looking in.
Yes.
No, of course I do not have a key.
Okay.
Look around the walls for a key or something hanging on the wall.
You wish to roll perception?
Sure.
And anybody else who would like to?
Yes.
21 total.
19.
14.
You see no keys.
The answer is no.
Well, it's right, lad.
Giving up already?
No.
We just got here.
No, we're not
Who
giving
said
up.
that?
Rolling.
What? Rollins speaks finally.
I took a vow of silence.
No, you didn't. Yeah, but could you imagine if I did?
Hey, I'm only here to heal you guys. Jeez.
Heal bot rolling. Meep, meep, meep. Heal.
Why don't you make a key out of the candles? There's no keys or nothing hanging off the skeletons.
Well, the skeletons are inside the jail cell with him.
Yeah, but they might have the keys hanging on their belt.
Could be.
Did you want to check?
I mean, I'm looking.
Did you want to use your dwarven eyes to peer into the cell to see if they have any keys hanging off of them?
I mean, I can. I'm just trying to find a key because...
17.
Nat 1.
You find no keys hanging off the skeletons. Especially you.
Especially you.
Well, I wasn't really looking for them anyways, obviously. I was just pretending. I was like...
Wink, wink.
I got it.
I look, wink.
Oh, what would you like to do?
I will go back to the walrus.
Okay.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Ukuma.
Oh,
You wouldn't
where's
have...
your father?
He's in one of the jail cells, but it seems to be locked. You wouldn't happen to know where there would be a key, would you?
The only people that I knew that had it were the druids. Exactly.
And since there's none of them here... But you said a giant brought him down.
Yeah, the one upstairs.
Is he
still up there?
Is there a... Was he blind and deaf? There's your answer right there. We know where the key is.
I can't remember. Did we leave that dude alone?
We totally left him alone. Didn't we? We left him totally alone.
Yeah, you totally did not do anything to him.
Yep. We're like, he's blind and deaf. There's not a whole lot to that. It was easy to get around him and move on to our quest.
Well, he was in a room, in a corner.
Right. Minding his own business.
Pretty much.
And we were minding ours.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that means we need to go mind his business.
If you want.
We're going to go upstairs and go mind his business.
I am just listening to the stories that Windstrom here is telling me. They are quite funny.
I'm glad you're enjoying them.
A lot of them are about you.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are lies, but that beside the point. We're going to go upstairs.
See you soon then.
That's what we do. We go upstairs.
Okay. You go upstairs. Back up to the entry level. Now, if you guys... So as you're looking down this hallway, you see, of course, a room to your left that does not have the door. And then you see a room to your... No, wait. A room to your left that does have a door. A room to your right that does not. It's just an open room. And then you also see, and which you would know, is the next door that's on your left, which holds this frost giant.
That's where we head.
Okay? You open the door. You see he is still in the corner. What would you like to do?
I will walk up to him.
You walk up to him.
Yes.
He immediately stands.
Not so blind and deaf after all, eh?
I guess
He's
not.
got tremor sense.
Maybe he's got tremor sense.
Like a damn purple worm.
And he's searching for his weapon.
Like a damn...
Do I see where his weapon is?
You do. His hand's practically on it.
I will try to knock the weapon away from his hand. Can I do that?
You could.
I'm going to try.
I need you to make a dex save.
17.
Good enough. So as you knock it over and everything, he can start like swinging around.
Right.
You're able to dodge out of the way. But you also hear those that, I imagine you guys don't speak any sort of giant.
I don't.
No.
Oh? None of you? Well, you just hear a bunch of words and everything like that.
Oui, oui, chocolat blanc.
No.
Sacre bleu.
Croissant.
Where is my weapon?
And he starts taking steps towards you.
Where is
That's
my
the
weapon?
Do I see where... Is he wearing the keys like on a belt loop or something?
You do see a bunch of like pouches and everything on
Yes.
on his belt,
Yes.
but you don't see any like keys like hanging or anything like that.
Don't grab the blue pouch.
I mean, it's logic. You
Yep.
don't want to grab that blue pouch.
Do not grab the blue pouch. But can we try to pilfer one of the other non-blue pouches?
Well, with the way he's moving, you're going to need something of a matter of what sleight of hand.
Well, so I'm not trying to take it out in such a way that he doesn't notice. I'm just trying to bully it out. Like, just reach in and grab it and pull it out.
So I believe you'll still need sleight of hand.
Okay, I do have some sleight of hand.
Okay. And mind you, he is moving around.
Mind you.
Speaking, which you don't understand. Which kind of sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
It wouldn't matter. We can't really communicate with him anyway. He can't hear us.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would help me because you guys would be able to hear what he's saying. Because it's actually quite cool.
Get away from me, you bastard. What do you want?
I do not successfully, with a 7, do not pull off a sleight of hand.
And at the same time, he brushes you with his hand.
Right.
At this point, I'm going to need initiatives. Draknar?
20.
Burian?
5.
Last but not least, Hilder.
22.
Just go off of this. So first, it's going to be Hilder. Second, it's going to be between me and you. Third, Burian. What would you like to do, Hilder?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to engage this giant in combat.
Okay.
So I'm going to have a shield in one hand. I'm going to call upon my sword in the other. I will stand side to side with Sentinel. And whatever side Sentinel is on the other side, I'll have Draknar. I'm going to swing upon him.
Okay.
It's going to be a 25 to hit.
That's a hit. Armor class is 14.
Do I need to separate out any damage?
Nope. Unless it's fire.
It is not. The first hit is going to be 25 points of damage. The second hit is a nat 20. When I crit, my target is stunned. 34 points of damage.
How would you like to do this? Or sorry, make it merciless.
Make it merciless. As he stands up and he starts swinging, the first swing that I do actually comes in behind his knee. Mm-hmm. And just, it's almost like if like an assassin were to come up behind somebody and slit their throat. But in this case, I wrap my arm around the back of his knee, slicing all those tendons back there, causing him to buckle. And as he's falling forward, I thrust my sword up under the throat, into the skull, all the way to the base of his brain. And then I step out of the way as his body falls like a tree, a felled tree in the forest.
It's just boom.
I don't know. Must have had some kind of self-destruct mechanism. Didn't really hit him that hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, your damage is not lightweight, but it's a giant.
He's old. He's probably low on health to begin with.
He's like, I haven't been healed in 50 years. Still carrying around the old battle scars. That's why I can't hear or see him.
I think Hilder is right.
I think he was beyond his years, and unfortunately I didn't actually really want to kill him due to lack of the ability to talk to him and his aggressiveness. It kind of forced my hand. I had no choice but to take him down so I could be able to search him for keys.
Go ahead, and whoever wants to do this, go ahead and roll history if you want.
I don't know much about history.
Unnatural 20.
Same.
17.
I got an unnatural 20 too.
So, with those that have lived in Icewind Dale, have done their research on frost giants. Frost giants don't like to live. They're like Vikings in a way. They don't want to live to old age. They rather die in combat.
Well, then I gave him what he wished for.
There you go.
You should have spared him.
I didn't realize he was going to go down so easily. Of course, then I did drive my weapon into his neck. It was just all instinct at some point.
The only reason why I say you should have spared him is you shouldn't have given him what he wanted. You should have let the bastard rot. Bloody giants. A pox on this earth.
Well, I've done you a favor and removed one pock.
It was a dragon with no teeth, no breath weapon.
I search his body.
Punch him in the head.
You punch him?
No. I don't know if you know this, but dwarves don't really like giants.
I do know this. I am aware.
So he searched the 2 pouches that are on his belt.
Piss on your grave.
I do search the 2 pouches on his belt.
One's a pouch
You do find keys.
Sweet.
Kia.
In the other pouch, you find another set of keys.
Oh, looks like he had the keys to the castle.
Yeah.
Both set are of this kind of dark ice, though all of them do have different key slots.
Teeth.
Gotcha.
Tiefus.
Teetheth.
Well, since Winthrop isn't here, well, I guess you're gonna have to figure out what key you're gonna use.
Exactly.
That's the easy part.
I heard that.
We will head back downstairs to the cell where my father is being kept.
As you come down, you see Winstrom and everything looking through his book, and the gigantic walrus laughing.
Oh, look. They returned. Should have fun killing the defenseless.
I ignore him and continue on to the jail cell.
Oh.
I can't understand a word he's saying.
See, he believes it was not a worthy kill, so he feels bad about it. He'll probably cry on his enormous pillow tomorrow.
All that mumbling. Can't understand a word he's saying.
Oh, now he has to go save his papa.
Just the ramblings of an old man. I go open the cell. We'll all head over to the cell door.
You try the keys?
Yes, I will try the keys.
First key you try.
Yes.
Does not work.
Okay.
Second key.
Yes.
Does not work.
Son of a
Third key. Does not work.
poop.
Do you like to try that other ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, that was the one he tried originally.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
the TM got it mixed up.
What? You have two sets?
I know.
I'm just being funny.
He's being facetious.
Fascist.
I'm just kind of stalling the story.
Wow.
Okay, first go. Click.
Click.
No, not really a creaking noise, but more like a...
Yuck. Okay, so the cell door is now open.
Cell door is now open.
Is there any way to move my father out of this room?
You're in there.
I will take a step in.
As you do that,
Here it comes.
the two skeleton giants all of a sudden have this blue glow in their eye. Undead. They both pick up their weapons and look at the group and then charge. Initiative!
No, that won't be necessary, lads.
Initiative!
Your lady's been put under. Drop your weapons.
I have the key.
You have the key, but you stepped into the cage.
Drop your weapons, lads. It's over.
They do no such thing.
Dang it, Nick.
Initiative!
Dang it, Nick. Son of a...
I didn't want to fight today. I just wanted to role play. I need to get my smoke jacket and drink hot cocoa.
I'm the most non-lethal battle ranger.
Oh my god.
I have my off days.
I just wanted to rest. We defeated the Frost Maiden. I just wanted to rest. Ragnar.
I got a 10.
Birion.
19.
Hilda.
7.
So, it will be Birion, followed by me, followed by Draknar, followed by Hilda.
Got it.
Must suck.
So, real quick question, Nick.
Alright.
I'm assuming that the door to the cell is giant size, which would allow them to go in and out of the cell freely.
It is a gigantic cell.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's a huge freaking cell.
It's a huge freaking door.
It's one of those situations where it's like, I understand that they're in there, but it's like, creating choke points and stuff like that, is what I was...
Well, just to make sure, to his point, the way I understand it, and honestly, I didn't understand this until today, though I don't know why. This whole place is frost giant size. The
Yes.
rooms, the doors.
Yes.
Actually, now that you said that, that does make sense. I mean, the tomb here is from the frost giant that actually ruled the place, so...
Right. That big chair that's upstairs. Yeah.
It's a freaking huge chair.
It's giant size. So at one point I believe this was a giant fortress.
A frost giant fortress.
It's freaking huge.
It's a freaking huge fortress.
Alright, so we got a serial frost giant theory.
Truly.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Alright then, Birion.
How big is the room, like, open size? Because,
You want to throw a damn fireball?
yeah, but I don't want to hit his dad.
Well,
so.
you're gonna hit his dad.
So then no fireball.
Alright, then no fireball.
Throw a fire bolt.
Yeah?
Or you got your whole ray of sunshine beam.
That's what I'm doing. Sunshine.
Sunshine.
My poor son at lunch really did him in. He's got the itis.
And it is kicking his butt.
That was a pretty damn good meal. I'll say. Pricey, but it was good. Although I think if we go back, I might just
Not
get...
as good as what I've had before, and not as bad. Right in between. Right, Pat?
Wow. That was a horrible interpretation of me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you were just going to do your sunbeam.
Yeah, I was reading up on it. So the one on the right has to make a con save versus 17. If he makes it, he takes half the damage.
Okay. Nope.
Then he's going to take all of it.
And it's also radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Undead radiant. They get along great.
Oh.
Like 2 peas in a pod.
So what was your name again?
22 points of radiant damage.
Forrest Gump.
22 points of damage.
22? My turn. However, E505.
I would have moved him differently, but I couldn't reach that far.
Well then, allow me. How about the next one?
It's not a robot. The shield guardian.
Sorry,
His name is Sentinel.
Shield Abomination, I'm sorry.
He's not an abomination, you son of a
I'm sorry. Abomination, I'm not sorry.
jackwagon.
I'm not sorry. Abomination.
I'll show you abomination.
Abomination. Please don't.
I will.
Don't.
Gonna.
Don't.
Gonna that. Bet.
Take it your shield is it?
That is correct.
Okay. Miss.
22 is my armor class.
Miss. Another 2 swings of his gigantic axe. Ooh, no, it's a miss. Fuck. Miss. You're just 2 armory class.
Just taking hammer hits on my freaking shield. It's just like bang, bang, bang.
In their defense, they're kind of dead.
Wow.
That will end their turn. Next up is Drachma.
Well, I guess I'll move up. I will use my maul.
Okay.
My maul of the Titans. Just my regular maul. Yeah. Not shopping mall, but a hammer.
Okay.
I'll hit the blue one.
Oh, shit.
The blue one.
Well, one's a skeleton, the other one's a blue one. So it's funny, but it's not funny. Like funny, haha. Yes.
My guts are bursting.
Natural. 1.
Ooh.
And that's the good dice. That's supposedly a cheater dice.
That'll teach you.
I learned nothing.
As you go in, and you're just getting ready to hit this guy with all this fury that you have behind this maul of yours, and it slips out of your hands, and the maul goes flying back and crashes into the wall, nearly missing his papa. Nearly.
It's okay, he's encased in ice.
Next time, hit it. See what happens.
The ice melts and he just...
Son of a...
Or however a skeleton would laugh.
They don't laugh.
No. That'd be the end of your turn, sir?
Yeah.
All
Actually,
right.
I'll take other weapons and throw them off to the side and be like, see? See? I didn't need these to defeat you. I'll do it with my hands.
Pride is strong with this one.
Yeah, right.
Pay no heed to that young hobbit.
You're up.
My turn.
Your turn.
Okay. So, again, with shield, I will call upon my blade into my hand, and I will engage the one on the right, my right. The first swing is going to be a 16.
That's a hit. Right on... Well, no. The armor class is...
The first hit is going to be 23 points of damage.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, what did you say the armor class was?
14.
Unfortunately, the second swing is only a 13. Then, so that's going to be my 2 attacks.
Uh-huh.
And then Sentinel. And Sentinel will begin to swing
Abominations.
on the one on the left. The first swing is going to be a 25.
Sure.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. The second swing is a nat 20. That's going to still be 14 points of bludgeoning. I rolled low on that. And that is going to end my turn. Yes, that's going to end my turn.
Very well. Birion. Actually, no, wait. I'm just a healer.
Heal bot engage.
Yeah, join the club, buddy.
Wrong team! This one over here
Okay, the one to the left.
sends a guiding bolt. And as it hits, it goes right to his face, and his head all of a sudden just pops right off.
Its skeletal head pops off
Skeletal head pops off.
and rolls across.
Rolls on the ground. But yet, body still stands, not moving. Right then, Baron.
You're still channeling.
Huh?
I said you're still channeling that, right?
Yeah.
So then you would do the same thing where he rolls a save and then you roll damage.
Yep.
Because it's a channel power. It's like a laser beam.
Mm-hmm.
What was my save?
17.
He makes it.
Then he takes half.
And which one are you going at?
The one on the right.
The one with the blue.
Yeah, the blue.
Okay. The blue one.
The one with the head.
The one that's supposed to look alive. Correct.
17.
That ending your turn?
Ragnar.
I guess I'll just punch him.
Punch him?
Punch him.
Punch him. Punch him?
Mhm.
Punch him. Oh no, I'll take that as a nat 1.
Nope. I already did that on the first round, thank you. Armor class 23.
Sure.
For 8 points. And second punch. Hit armor class 29. For 12 points.
Okay.
My go?
Here you go.
Alright. I will continue to engage him with my blade.
Okay.
The first swing is going to be 24 to hit. 16 points of damage.
Need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Need you to make him merciless.
Okay, so as Draknar is like peppering his kneecap with his punches, I will actually leap up on above his knee onto his thigh, using it to launch myself into the air. And just as I get up to about head level, I lop off his head.
Nice. You lop off the head.
I lopped off his head.
It goes rolling on the ground,
Yes.
but the body still stands.
Yes, it does. Does it move?
It's not moving.
Okay, good.
What would you like to do?
I will start to investigate around my father to see if there's a way to free him from the ice.
Do you touch it?
Not with my bare hand, but with a gloved hand, I will. Like, real quickly.
Nothing happens.
We give it a kind of like a quick jab.
Nothing happens.
Solid ice, huh?
Solid ice.
Son of a...
Is it on him? Is it like the ice is like this thick to him, or is it like that? Like how many
I
layers?
mean, you could take that rapier of yours and you can kind of like try and jam it in there. Then you could tell.
Well, I was more thinking
It's
about...
pretty darn thick.
I was more thinking about lighting a firebolt in my hand and just holding it over him until the ice melts.
You can try.
Let me ask you this, before he does that, let me ask this question. You mentioned that there's this cold air coming up out of the floor.
It's coming up from... It's like the mist is coming from his feet.
If we were to try to slide him out of this room, whatever is generating this cold, would we be able to move him away from it?
I would need you to make a strength roll.
I will do that.
Okay.
23.
You're not able to move him. Seems like he's frozen to the floor.
Dear friends, give me a hand.
Okay.
Give him a hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I
What
guess
do
you get advantage.
That's not going to get any better.
What?
He's only giving me advantage. He's not giving me like a combined. And 24 is pretty goddamn good. So
They weren't rolling.
I didn't think we had to roll if we were just assisting.
if you're giving me advantage, they wouldn't roll.
Yeah. So what'd you get?
19.
19?
Yeah. There's the only number I can get better than a 24 is a 25. There's nothing better I can get than that. Or yeah, something like that.
Does not move.
No, I can't get better than a 24. All right, if you want to blast him,
Or let's just hold it over.
I will. While he's holding it over, I'm going to cast a cantrip. This cantrip is called Campfire or Bonfire.
I was going to say light a fire under my ass.
The cantrip is called Create Bonfire. And I cast it right next to him and see if I can generate enough heat to start melting the ice.
Okay. You've seen this before.
I don't remember. I'm sure we have. It was when we found the orc, but I don't remember how we freed him. I honestly don't remember.
We just kept beating him. That was the ice. Beating
You
the
weren't
ice.
even here.
Yeah, you weren't here.
That was a different campaign, my bad.
Could the DM remind me what we did?
You did just what you were doing now.
Oh, well then that's what I do. I do the same thing.
Only it took a while for it to melt.
Then that's what we do.
Okay. About 10 minutes goes by. You get kind of like the top portion of his head. Another 10 minutes. Kind of high level. Would you like me to keep on going?
Yeah, it's right about here.
You get right about there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about 30 some odd minutes.
Once it gets to about here, I give him a little tappy tap on the cheek.
His skin is very cold.
Yeah.
And he's not waking up.
Well, then we'll continue.
I mean, literally, it takes, like, if you guys are going to go that route, it's going to take, like, about 3.5 hours.
He has hibernation sickness.
One of the things I'll do, since we're going to be here a while, is I will try to heat up some water and, like, from a wine skin, like, slowly try to drop in the warmed up liquid into his mouth.
Okay.
To get him some warmth internally, in addition to the bonfire.
Let's roast some marshmallows, huh?
Your marshmallows in general are gross, but yours take the cake. They're like grosser than... That's right, I said it. Controversial, I know.
I don't like Peeps. That's just pure sugar, man.
And it's just garbage.
Your warm water hasn't really done anything to wake him up.
I was just trying to help warm his internal temperature.
Okay. What would you like to do from now?
Continue the process until he's finally thawed out.
He is finally thawed out.
I will try to use my skill in medicine to see if we'll cover him up with some blankets, try to warm him internally, use my knowledge in medicine and see if we can get him to come to.
Okay.
20.
20.
Unnatural 20, but a 20.
20.
Unnatural.
That's right. Roll your eyes. You deserve it.
Unnatural 20 is good.
Tasty.
That cracking all of a sudden came in. So, through your medical knowledge, you're doing everything right. You're just missing something. You're keeping him warm.
Yep.
Well, you thawed him out. You're keeping him warm.
Yep.
I don't know what the heck the hot water would have done.
It's worth a try. Slap him.
Do you want your automated healing bot to friggin' help you?
That would be great, Healbot.
This is why we can't have nice things.
You're not allowed to use my powers for evil.
Wow. I do it anyway.
You shouldn't.
I'm totally reading into that one.
You're not allowed to use my powers for evil either.
Am I?
No.
Then I shall use them for good.
Against you.
Have you, though?
Problem solved. Anytime that I utilize your powers that are normally used for evil, it is in a good way, which therefore means I am utilizing them for good.
Lies.
Seems legit.
Nah, it's not fucking legit.
That's legit.
Bullshit.
Seems legit.
Totally thought that one in my brain.
Heard it rattling around in there. Huh?
Whoa.
Like a marble.
You can't hear nothing inside your head.
Can't if it's a marble.
No, you cannot. Because if you got a marble rolling around in your noggin, you're already dead.
Anyways. Cuckoo. Roland comes over. His hand starts to glow. And he puts it upon your father's forehead. And this healing light...
Oh, you were talking about Roland.
Around him.
I thought you were talking about Sentinel when you were talking about Healbot Abomination.
No, I would have said then allow the abomination to heal him.
I have my weapon drawn.
Okay.
And I have it pointed at my father. And if he has any weapon on him, I take it... Well, he doesn't, does he? Because he's got the same ability as I do. Anywho, if he tries anything, I'll coup de grace his ass.
Whoa. That escalated quickly.
I'm halfway tempted just to do it. Just to see what happens.
No. Let's go.
Father!
Shut up, boy.
There he goes. I fucking know it.
Where am I?
You are in the jail cell, a prison under Grimskall Keep.
What are you doing here?
That is a very difficult question to answer.
And what is Grimskall?
It's an ancient frost giant fortress that was taken over by the Frost Maiden herself, and you have been her prisoner.
For how long?
Can't be that long. How long ago did we run into him? We're talking like days ago.
Perhaps what you were running into wasn't really your father.
Could be. I don't know. Didn't we run into him on this island?
I do not think it was your father we ran into, lad.
On this island.
That was only a couple days ago.
I do not think it was your father. I think your father's been here the whole time.
You think so?
I don't know. He seems quite different from the madman who is willing to shed his own son's blood, does he not?
Could have just been under her control.
Well, these giant skeletons that were guarding him seem to have no problem keep doing what they're doing, so obviously her power still lies. So if her power is still there, why isn't your father attacking you?
Probably because I'm holding a sword to his throat.
I doubt that. Your father doesn't have the same mushy papa-son thing that you got going. I do not think he's afraid of you holding a sword at his throat, lad. You're missing the point. I think that maybe what we ran into was something other than your father.
I hope you're right. That would make me feel much better about this situation.
Perhaps you could shed some light on the subject, old friend.
Swipes away your sword, and he stands. I don't know what all this talk is about. But the last thing I remember, I wasn't here.
What is the last thing you remember?
I was having a conversation with an old friend of mine. Told him to protect my sword.
You mean this sword?
Is that what it is? It looks different.
Under my possession it is. But it is your old sword.
Well then good. You found it, and you're holding it to my throat. Why?
Because the last time you and I faced each other, you tried to kill me. And my friends.
I don't remember this.
And yet it did happen.
Well, did you get the cigarettes at least?
So then you at least met Grug.
I did.
That was the last thing I remember.
Well, after you left Grug, somewhere, somehow, somewhat, you fell under the sway and control of Auril the Frost Maiden. You have been her servant, lieutenant, man-at-arms, fighting for her cause, under her sway, under her power.
Maybe you should ask the walrus when this frost giant actually brought him in here.
It's not necessarily a bad idea.
Because if it was months, weeks...
I will yell down the hallway.
Hey, yo,
Hey, Ukama!
Yeah?
How long ago did they bring my old man down here?
In the cell?
In the cell.
Day?
Oh.
Or two?
There you go.
Well, that puts my theory to rest. So it was him.
When you left Grug, that was what? Like a month ago?
More than that, I think. We've been at this for a while.
Couple months? More. 3 months.
Of
You
substantial.
don't know how long ago it was when he spoke to Grug. The
Well,
only thing that you know is that you...
I know when he
found
left.
his
I know when he left home.
So when did he leave home?
Like 2 months ago?
No.
3 months?
We've been on the road longer than that.
4 months?
A lot longer than that.
Holy crap.
2 years.
This Rime, the Frostmane's Rime has been going on for a while.
Yeah, but he hasn't been gone during the whole entire Rime of the Frost Maiden.
It might have been the first year you've seen him, and then the rest of that time he was gone.
All right, how long has he been gone?
A long time.
Oh, shucky ducky.
Okay.
So like, as far as how long he's been gone?
Shut up, Beers. Who knows? Give it some time, maybe my memory will return. I'm not too happy about hearing about all this.
I wouldn't be
I need some time to digest it.
Oh yeah, that god you served, the one you and your boy serve, Tempest, I believe? Or, yeah, it's Tempest, right? Yeah, they're not very happy with you. They think you betrayed them.
They wanted me to kill you.
That's the kind of god I want to serve.
Then what's stopping you, boy?
I told him that I thought I could turn you, bring you back.
Well, here I am.
It's obvious he wasn't acting of his own volition anyways.
And that's what my argument was, is that he wasn't acting of his own volition.
Well, we won't know until we find out a little bit more information, now won't we?
Maybe so.
My old boy is questioning me. Imagine that.
Mom says hi, by the way.
Well, to be fair, my friend, you have been acting quite questionable as of late.
The house got destroyed by a dragon,
A dragon
who we vanquished.
vanquished.
Oh, your mother, I take it, went back home.
She went back to the clan.
To the people.
Good. We should have been there anyway.
You should have been there.
Yes. This coming from an adventurer who always wanted to leave home to go on adventures like his old man.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I will not be
my
taking
first
any
adventure
sass
was
from you, boy.
my first adventure was tracking down my dad
And where has it lead you?
to the point where you almost killed me, or at least you tried.
Well, somebody taught him correctly.
Well, it seems you two got some catching up to do. I'm gonna go hang out
I
with,
don't think there's any catching up.
I'm gonna go hang out with Cuckoo Kachu.
The walrus. His name's Ukama. Ukama.
I think I will join you. There is nothing for me to talk about here until my memories return.
That's right, Dad.
What the hell?
Just avoid the conversation. It's fine.
Windstrom's gonna be like, don't take it the wrong way. He does that to everybody.
He's always teaching me a little shit.
He's got this stick he carries around that he uses to beat that horse with. It's like +5.
+5 horse beater.
Oh, that's too funny.
So as the group returns to the gigantic walrus,
Yes, we have found the old man.
did he cry? Did he shed any tears? Oh,
I'm sorry. What is the old man rambling about?
There we go again.
see?
Oh my god, here we go again.
Well then, it never ends. Has he told you anything?
What, my father?
Yes, Otar.
He's not very talkative at the moment. Quite defensive. Understandably, though.
Yes. I wake up. My son's pointing a sword at me. Yes.
In my defense,
No faith in his father.
you literally tried to kill me.
You sure that was me?
The timeline syncs up. Yes.
Timeline syncs up. Your timeline. My timeline seems to be so far off.
I couldn't take the chance that you would try to kill me again. You can stay here for a moment, take all the time you need to recuperate your memory, while me and my fellow Thanes here investigate some of these other rooms.
See? He likes to go on adventures. Just like his old man. God forbid if I had to stay home all the time, listen to his mom. Nag, 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 nag. And a
Listen
little
up,
boy,
old man.
And a little boy
I'm not going to sit
crying,
here and listen
Daddy,
you talked about my
Daddy.
mother that way. She deserves better. Especially considering all she's gone through.
And when you left her, was she so bent out of shape?
No. You know how Mom is.
Yeah, she'll know I'll come home.
I'm just not going to listen to you talk about her nagging because she's not the type to nag. You should consider yourself lucky that you have found such a fine woman.
I had to bring money in somehow. I'm not going to become a freaking fisherman.
It's in their nature,
You're
lad.
a scrimshaw artist. It's where I learned how to scrimshaw from you.
That was a pastime.
It was a hobby.
Now I'm a
My
mighty
real
one.
calling was to the god.
I understand this. I do. But here's something to think about while we're busy. That god is pretty upset with you.
I figure.
So you might want to figure out what's happened to you in the past several months. Because as they say, you got some splaining to do. And with that, I turn to my fellow Thanes.
He bid you good day.
Shall we try these tests?
Don't die, boy.
Yeah, I guess I'll go pick up my maul first.
So you turn to one of the doors.
Yes.
Which one would you like to go through?
He, I believe, Draknar, can actually read. You can read Giant?
It's not giant. Dwarven.
Oh, Dwarven. Of course he can read Dwarven.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
One's cruelty, endurance, isolation, and perseverance. I'll let him choose based off of those 4 choices.
Well, if you're planning on going in all 4, it doesn't really matter which one we go in first. I know nothing about frost giant trials.
Well, it would be good for me to know which one we're going in based off what's over the door.
I don't think these are frustrating trials. Auril's trial.
Well, we already passed the main trial. She's gone.
There, now you got 4 more.
What is
You want to
this?
make it into that treasure room, boy.
What is this, DLC?
Yep.
This is DLC.
Downloaded today.
Which one is over that door over there?
That one is going to be the... That one is going to be the test of isolation. Is that one up there? The trial of cruelty. Is that one over there? The trial of perseverance. This one over here? The trial of endurance.
The other's choice. Draknar.
I guess we'll go to that one first.
Trial of isolation.
Trial of isolation. Do you go over to the door?
Sure.
Do you open it?
Yeah.
You open it?
Sure.
You specifically?
Sure.
Do you name these other 3 as your comrades?
What is that, like a question that gets
I'm asking
asked?
you. Do you name these other three as your comrades?
Well, yeah, obviously.
All right. As that happens, all of a sudden see this bright light flash before your eyes, and then all of a sudden you seem to be in like almost like you're outside.
Teleported.
You don't recognize this. This doesn't look like the island. This looks more like you're probably back somewhere in Icewind Dale. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons.
What kind of warriors are these?
Tribal kind?
Human.
Do
they seem to take notice of us?
They do. What would you like to do?
I'll hail them.
Okay. As you hail them, a bunch of them stand. They put away their weapons, sheath swords, put away axes, tuck in a mace or two, and they wave you over.
I will approach.
More like they wave you over. They more or less wave you over and then they start walking.
They kind of like wave us to follow them. Is that what they're doing?
What else this could mean?
It says, come here or come with us. It can mean one of those two things.
Well, you choose when they start walking away.
Follow us.
They take you through the camp and they escort you to this big tent. Pull away the flaps. They don't speak. Basically waving you in.
Okay, we'll go in.
Okay. So you see before you, inside this tent, it's very... You're a ragamuffin. Inside tents that are like this, it seems to always be like a tent where the leadership...
Like a chieftain or something.
Pretty much. Bunch of furs everywhere. Exotic. All that bunch of stuff. Very comfortable and very warm. And of course you see a chair. In this chair is a very kind of burly looking woman. Very tribal-like. So we have guests.
Hello.
Name yourselves.
I am Hildur Hrothgar. Elk Clan.
I'm Draknar, Iron Feast.
Burian.
I am Björnhold, leader and queen of the Tiger Tribe. So you see, of course, Björnhold is a tall woman, not as tall as you. By her side is a gnarly-looking great axe. Also, sitting, or more like laying down in front of her is a saber-tooth.
Saber-tooth tiger.
You know? So, and you also, if you look around and everything like that, you also see depictions, standards of Auril.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. She does do this. Oh, by the way, when all of you look up, floating above your head, think Sims, but you see a snowflake guiding above your heads. It's not very... It's more like... it's kind of like a divine sense, almost. So as these people look at you, they don't look at you like with like any anger or curiosity. They more or less look at you with like some sort of fear.
Okay.
You have these ice crystals
floating above our heads.
Like snowflakes
Okay.
above your heads. Basically a sign from like Auril that you're a devotee.
Don't point the finger at me.
All of you have it.
I dip mine in my cocoa.
But she says, Auril has blessed us. She shouts to every other, she shouts to every other warrior in earshot. The Frost Maiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission. Anything you'd like to do? Say.
So you have a mission, and we're supposed to watch your camp while you're gone? Is that what you're requiring of us?
Our mission is to attack a nearby elk tribe
Oh, is it now?
and to steal their food.
And what would
Okay, perfect.
and what would I tell you if I said that this emissary is telling you that that's not going to happen?
Wow.
And why? Does Auril now wish us to do so?
No, RL does not wish you to do so.
And, but obviously she's sent you out to watch our camp well.
No, she sent us to tell you that your course is the wrong course.
Do any others agree with this?
I am just here to observe.
Well, then what is our course?
That I can't tell you. But it is not to attack the Elk tribe.
We were told that emissaries would come here to watch over our village while we went on our mission.
So you're basically saying that a emissary of Auril is wrong.
But you're contradicting yourself. You tell us that there's another direction, but you will not give it to us.
Yeah, this is a direction that you must find yourself.
And what if I wish to do my original quest then?
Then I will have no choice but to stop you. There's only one way you're going to find out. I would like the opportunity to do one of two things. Your choice. Persuasion or intimidation.
What about Trinity?
So I'm going to need you to roll intimidation.
Whoa. Roll extra high.
26.
Pretty good. And fine. I guess we will choose another path. Thank you for your guidance.
You are welcome.
You may leave. Do you leave or not?
I do not.
Okay. Is there anything else?
The question is what path do you choose?
We have to find it ourselves.
Correct.
I can't tell you what I do not know.
We can wait.
So you wait.
We do.
Okay. If you plan on waiting, I guess we will have to make a tent for you. She shouts out her orders. The tent is set up. It's very warm, cozy. A day goes by. Nothing happens.
I'm not really sure what we're supposed to be doing in this trial. I know it's a trial of isolation, but here we are in the middle of these Tiger Clan barbarians.
Another day goes by. Nothing happens.
I'm open to any suggestions as to what our course... I mean, I don't even know how we're supposed to get out of here. I'm not even really sure where we are.
Another day goes by. Nothing happens.
Do we have any general idea as to where we are in Icewind Dale?
You just know you're in some sort of part of the tundra. You do not recognize it.
That's the other thing, though. If that's the case, how are you supposed to get back in to do the other trials if we're actually not there anymore?
Do I have a general idea as to where the Tiger Clan normally hangs out in Icewind Dale?
Oh, much like the regular men, they they do have certain areas, but they like to stick to their hunting grounds.
Right.
For them, it could be over here, and another day goes by, nothing happens.
Using my knowledge of Icewind Dale, can I determine and figure that out?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll?
Like insight, maybe. I don't know if it would be so much history.
Could be insight.
Yeah.
18.
18?
Yes.
You're going off of some sort of
general locations, geography, position of the stars.
Definitely could do it by the stars. You wouldn't be able to do it by like landscape or anything like that since it's snowy. But you determine that they are further north, not so near the Rime Glacier.
Right.
More further north. It probably wouldn't even be on the map right here.
Holy shit snacks.
Yeah, they're pretty far out there. Of course, most of this is hunting grounds for multiple tribes.
Sure.
And that includes elk.
Gentlemen, we are a long ways away from where we were. And we are a long ways away from 10 towns.
Well, quite of a situation.
Yes, we do.
So, from here on, I need you guys to make me a wisdom. Let's see. Wisdom survival check? Group check? What that counts as?
So are we doing a group check?
Yes.
All right, so in a group check, only half or...
You need to succeed.
Right, what's the target number?
12. Good. Okay.
Are we still hanging out with this Tiger Clan?
Yeah.
All right.
And they just have, like, hunting parties going out and they come back with food, meat, seal. Who knows, maybe even a bear or two.
Are they sharing this food with us?
Yeah, definitely. You guys, you're emissaries of RL, since you have, your little...
Snowflakes above our head?
Yeah.
I suggest that we store up enough food to get the hell out of here and head towards 10 towns. I don't know what else to do.
Another day goes by. Same stuff. How many days has it been?
I don't know. I've lost count.
We'll go with 5.
A week.
10 days is a week.
Then 7 days.
He said 5. So we're at a half a week now.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to store up some food and we're going to head out.
Well, as you're doing that, this white flash happens before you. The next thing you know, you're back inside of the dungeon of Grimskall, looking at the door. What now?
So when we come back, I assume my dad, Windstrom, and the Walrus are still in the room?
Yeah.
How long have we been gone? We never left, did we?
You went through the door, and that was literally, I would have to say, minutes to maybe an hour?
Couldn't have been real then.
There's definitely magic afoot. Let's try the door of endurance.
All I know is of these trials, even the frost druids have done them.
Yes. Did they tell you anything about them?
No.
No.
Seems to me those frost druids are pretty fucking worthless.
On the contrary, my friend.
What have they done? They forgot to feed Cuckoo Kachu. They obviously didn't feed those 2 ice giant cards. I mean, look at the shape they were in when we found them.
Very true.
I don't know how to take that, but that insult will not go unnoticed.
Who? Who said that?
And that would be the walrus.
Why?
We call him Cuckoo Katru.
Oh.
He means it as a term of endearment.
It's an old song from back in the day.
The frost druids do what they like.
Obviously. Quite helpful folks, aren't they?
Worship RL. What else can they do? Seems like the outside world has abandoned them, so they figure they go into the cold, loving embrace of RL. And here they have a place.
Which they're never here.
They're here, it's just they're not here now. I was only placed here to guard this place, but I got bored.
And abandoned. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, my friend.
Only time will tell.
I thought when we leave, you were going to come with us.
I'm not saying that if I leave, they won't come back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But anyways, go ahead and continue your trials.
Yeah.
Go to the door of endurance.
Alright, put on this backpack full of rocks, now run up the hill. If you don't make it, you die.
Who would like to go up to this door?
I guess I will do it again.
Just as before. White light, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're surrounded by swirling snow. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself in a raging snowstorm, standing at the edge of a Ragheadman tribe's camp, in the process of being dismantled. The nomads work furiously to tear down their tents and pack them into dog sleds. A few of them spot you, brandish their arms. A tall figure standing above them calls out, "We shall not lie down and die for your pleasure. Emissaries of RL, be gone."
We didn't come here for anybody to bow down and die.
You need to speak a hell lot louder than that.
We didn't come here for anybody to bow down and die!
Your emissaries of RL, be gone.
We are here for one of Auril's trials.
The trial of trying to take us hostage,
We are not
kill
here.
us, enslave us.
We're not here to kill or enslave anybody.
Yeah.
I need you to roll
Persuasion.
not persuasion.
Charisma.
So what's the thing for like remembering? It's like knowing this figure.
Oh, shit.
Insight.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
could be
insight?
insight, yes.
Okay, go for it.
How about a 26?
More than enough. This is the king of the elk tribe,
Awesome.
Yarnd.
Say what?
Jarund. Elkhart.
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 Got it.
Sure is a lot of your people out here.
Yar Elkhart, I am Hildengur Hrothgar, member of the Elk tribe. I am no emissary of Auril, but one of her cursed. I bear the mark of the clan. I am a devotee of Tempest, and I pull upon my sword. This is the sword that Tempest has granted me.
And what sort of trickery is this?
I'd like to roll persuasion.
Go for it.
Mm?
How about a 28?
What,
Damn, you're quite persuasive.
Yes, I am. I'm also quite intimidating.
What,
All right, daddy issues. Fine then. Give you two choices. You can either help us, or you can leave. Your choice.
The choice is easy, my king. We shall help you.
That was unexpected. Okay.
mm?
That was me just being a dipshit.
Why would that be surprising?
No, that was just me being a dipshit.
Oh.
Fine then. What about your companions? Will they help?
Of course they will. These are all thanes of Kelvin's Cairn. These are my brothers in arms.
You befriend a very variety of bunch there. Anyways, quickly, we need to tear these down and tear down these tents and go after the deer herd.
That's what we'll do. We'll help them tear down the tents and go after the...
Did the light just come on or go off?
No, I just went off. No, I'm just joking.
Yes.
No, so you guys
Remember the old lady?
start helping them out.
Yes, we'll help them tear down the tents and pack them up.
So you get everything teared down, packed up, and everything like that, and then they begin their march. Now, unlike how you guys ride on the dog sleds and everything like that, they have all this equipment on the dog sleds. They basically are walking in the snow while they're getting these dogs and everything like that to basically haul all their gear.
Right. And we don't have our dog sleds, I'm assuming.
No, you do not.
No, we do not.
So then, keep on marching, and you're going through the storm. Like an hour goes by. You still continue marching. Another one goes by. This lasts for like literally 8 hours. To you guys, it feels like forever. I mean, you are literally just walking and trudging through the snow and this snowstorm and everything, and along with your fellow redhead elk tribemen. Let's see. So I need everybody to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. I'm a dwarf.
What'd you get?
Can I re-roll it?
What'd you get?
22.
Smack yourself. What about you?
20.
Okay.
6.
Oh.
Yeah!
Bound to happen eventually.
So you, sir, are gaining 1 level of exhaustion.
Shiza.
You got weak, lad. Hanging out with your fighting companions, not packing up camp and traversing long distances chasing the game. You've lost your ability to move across the land unhindered and unimpeded. You've lost the strength of heart to carry forward. I'm just kidding.
That was quite the speech there, dwarf.
Draknar, that's not quite the pep talk I needed under the circumstances.
It's not a pep talk. It's a motivation, lad.
It's a reality check.
That was the worst motivational speech I've ever had.
It's called tough love.
Another hour goes by. Another one. Need you to roll me Constitution saving.
Shit. I'm a dwarf. Don't I just automatically pass? Can I re-roll this one?
What'd you get?
23.
Okay.
20. Again.
Right on the money. Another hour goes by. And another. Need you to make that roll again for me.
Can I re-roll this one?
No.
What, we're rolling survival, right?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh, Constitution. Yeah.
16.
Okay.
23.
15. I'm getting my win.
Okay. Another hour goes by.
See, that was a good pep talk.
And another. I need you to roll me again.
12.
Right on money.
17.
5.
You get one more level of exhaustion.
Son of...
I suggest you take your rest, Master Dwarf. What nonsense.
Another hour goes by.
Huh?
But then, finally, you see the Raghead men starting to unpack.
Thank goodness. Oh my goodness.
And ready and tense. At this point, a white flashback happens. And you guys end up back in the dungeon of Grimskall.
We're gonna have to get you on the treadmill, lad.
I barely made it.
Okay.
Hold on here.
Okay.
That sucks. So, when we get flashback, am I still under the effects of the exhaustion?
Actually, you feel right as rain.
Okay, thank goodness. Never mind that. All right.
But the fact that that felt so real, you felt that cold, you felt that fucking storm.
Right.
You felt exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
You were rethinking your whole decision here.
Yes, I was.
It felt real. So I believe in your head, you were starting to believe that this isn't some fucking illusion. You guys are going through these fucking trials. Now then, I believe you have 2 more trials to get through. Which one would you like to choose? Not that one.
Well, let's get it over and done with. Let's go through the test of cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah, see, the look on his face is like, yeah.
I already passed that one with the pep talk I gave him.
That wasn't cruelty.
That was endurance.
You
Yeah, that
sort of helped him until the end there.
No, that was me being cruel.
No.
There's a difference between
I'll show you cruelty.
difference between cruel and being a
Who
jackwagon.
goes up to the door?
I will.
Winstrom.
I do not care about these trials.
I don't either, but I'm still doing them.
Well, then get to it.
That's too funny. I pulled a Winstrom, and then he pulled a Winstrom back on me. Son of a bitch.
Get out, Winstrom.
Nice.
So you go up to the door of cruelty.
What?
Do you open the door of cruelty?
Yeah.
As everything before. Oh, wait. Do you consider these guys to be your companions?
Mhm.
Okay. As before,
Mhm.
all of you see this white flash. And then your surroundings vanish. In a flurry of snow and ice, when your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp. It's tense, holding fast against a raging blizzard. But with what you can make out from this camp, they are tribespeople. Their standard that they have in front of the camp is that of the Bear Tribe. Do you approach? Okay.
We do.
As you approach, the tribe's men and women all see, and they all see what's floating above your heads. And like how you guys saw with the tribe of the tiger and everything like that, they all are in fear. What would you like to do from here?
Take shelter from the storm, I guess.
Is there a storm going on? Or is that just
it's a blizzard.
It's a blizzard? Hail.
Emissaries of the goddess Auril.
He looks at you and he goes, "Not hail, snow, silly."
True.
Don't encourage him.
Would you like to come meet our king?
Yes, please.
Right this way. Takes you through. And much like every other tribe camp, you have a gigantic fucking tent. As they open the way for you, you see exotic pelt, blah, 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 gigantic chair. And on this chair is a very, very, very big man. Taller than you. Probably a head. People could probably almost think that this guy was, a Goliath. Good name. See we have emissaries of Auril. I am king of the Bear Tribe. My name is Gunvlad Hel Ragnarsson.
I am Hildengar Hrothgar, and these are my compatriots.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just backtrack for a second?
Yes,
When you introduced yourself to the Tiger Tribe, did you say that you were part of the Elk Tribe?
I did.
Holy fuck, I skipped that part. Well, that's my loss, I guess. Fuck. Anyways. Shame on me. God damn.
See,
That's
now,
why I didn't add that little tidbit this time. There you go. That'll teach you.
That's what you get for not bringing Windstrom. He would have caught it.
You see, he's part of the elf tribe. Kill him.
Unfortunately, the last couple minutes of the podcast got a little messed up, and we're not able to include it. So, I hope you can. We apologize. We're sorry for the little inconvenience, but at this point, what I thought I would do is just give a very quick, short recap of the part of the session that we lost. We attempted to complete the trial of cruelty. The tribe that we encountered was in the middle of a blizzard. They were unable to hunt. They were low or completely out of food. They had decided that they wanted to execute 4 of their elderly members. Whether they did it themselves or we, the party, did it was up for debate. Either way, the party decided that we weren't going to participate in that, nor would we allow that to happen. We tried to figure out several ways to go out during the blizzard to see if we could do hunting for them, but we were met with obstacles that we couldn't overcome. So we attempted to leave with the elderly, and that's when the trial kicked us out and back to Grimskall. And we were then notified that we had failed the trials, meaning that we couldn't get to the vault and we couldn't get to any treasure, and more specifically, the book, the Codex of White. That's when Nick, our DM, decided to pull a Deus Ex Machina and had a couple of the Frost Druids of Auril show up. After a short conversation, we still didn't get in the vault. We didn't get the treasure. But they were aware of the Codex of White, and more to the point, they were aware of the information we were looking for. So they gave us a general idea as to where this necropolis is in the glacier of the Regheadman. And, of course, now our party is going to be moving on in that direction, but that's, long story short, where the campaign ended for this week. Again, I do apologize for having to do a recap rather than you being able to sit and listen to us roleplay through this scenario. Unfortunately, we had just a small technical problem, which will be resolved, and hopefully we won't run into it again. Thank you very much for bearing with us. This has been a Merciless Gaming Media Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Everyone here at Merciless Gaming Media, Jerome, Keegan, Nick, sometimes Casey, and myself, truly thank you for your patronage. Come check out our Merciless Gaming Media Facebook page for updates on future podcasts. See our homebrewed content that we've posted there, and please feel free to leave us a comment. We want to hear from you. But we ask that you make your comments merciful.